Hello guys, how you doing? So, welcome back to my Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works reactions. I'll be watching episode 5 today, and can't wait for it. We are probably going to find out who Caster is, and we see that Rin is... she wants to go after Caster, and Archer is still like... not fully understanding the way Rin is doing things, but I like the way she's acting. She's not just like going for the weaker ones. She wants to like kind of prove that she can do it and that she's strong, so she doesn't need to go this low and kill Shirou, who's not really like used to being a master yet. Anyway, I just want to address this issue for like I hope the last time. It's nothing like I just want to talk a bit about it. I'm not telling you guys that you did something wrong or anything. Um, but I just want you guys to have like a notion of what I feel like it's a spoiler. So you guys can like understand better what you like can comment and what you should like avoid mentioning in the comments. So first of all, I say that the most common thing that I see in the comments is people telling me things that are in the visual novel and that explain things better than in the anime. And I mean, that's true. I'm pretty sure like the visual novel explains all of these situations a lot better, since there's probably a lot more content in the visual novel than in the anime. It's really hard to adapt everything, and I mean, it's just how it is, but I want you guys to understand that I haven't read the Fate Zero or any of the visual novels, and I want to like discover things in the anime, and even if they are not explicitly said like in the episodes, I don't want to know like what happens in the visual novel right now. I like after I finish all of these episodes and the movies and all of that, I will probably dig in, and like after that you guys are free to tell me like anything about the visual novels and things that I might have like misunderstood in the past. But right now, trying to tell me that something is happening because of this and because of that, just because it's mentioned in the visual novel, it's going to be a kind of a spoiler to me, because I don't know about that since I'm watching the anime version. And I want you guys to comment considering what I'm watching in the anime and not about things that are in the visual novel. Another thing is commenting about how should I put it? Like hyping me like to and telling me to watch a certain thing or pay attention to this and pay attention to that. Like I also don't want that, because I'm going to start wondering like what's going to happen and what is that scene about. So I will already know that scene is going to be important, and I mean, as I said before, I want to do this as blindly as possible, and I appreciate that you guys like to give a lot of information, but in a reactor's perspective, it's not going to be good for my videos, because I will already know more information than I should. And I mean, there will be plenty of time to discover about all of this after I finish the anime, but I really want to enjoy the anime like by myself and try to discover things by myself. I know that, like, imagine if something happens in a certain episode. Let's say there's this comment that I don't blame the one who did it, and like he did nothing wrong in the end. I mean, I'm not telling him to not comment things like that, but I mean, it's just to be like an example of what I would appreciate if you guys avoided doing. For example, at the end of episode 3, I think, we see that Shirou was badly hurt at the end of the episode. And I was like wondering what that was about. Like, and since the episode ended like that, I really didn't want to know anything about that scene until I watched the next one, which was episode 4. Because I was almost sure they were going to like talk a bit about what happened, and we just saw that Rin was like healing Shirou, and they kind of mentioned what happened. And after that episode, it would be completely fine if you guys told me what actually happened, because I would have already seen that scene. And at that scene, I was like wondering if he got hurt because Saber's sword was invisible and he touched it by mistake. But yeah, the comment that guy did was basically telling me that he got hurt because of the explosion, the debris, and everything. And that's completely fine, but telling that right after the scene, and since it's the scene where the episode ended, it kind of removes a bit of the fun. It's not a spoiler or anything, but it removes a bit of the fun. Like I will already know, and I won't be expecting to discover that in the next episode. That's kind of just to make you guys understand what I feel like it shouldn't be said in the comment. Like, there's a lot of you guys in the comments that are really helpful, and I really enjoy reading your comments. But yeah, sometimes people might spoil a bit, and I just want to make sure that people understand what I feel like it's a spoiler. And I just ask you guys to avoid doing that, because I mean, I want to give you guys the best content possible, and I mean, we are here to watch reactions, so what's the point on making a reaction video when you already know most things that happens in the anime? It's pretty pointless. So that's why I want to see scenes by myself and try to discover things. I'm pretty sure I'm going to miss a lot of stuff since it's the first time I'll be watching this. I mean, it happens, at least with me, it happens with a lot of animes. I watch the anime one time, and if I really like it, like Fate, which I'm really enjoying, I will end up like watching more times. And I'm actually currently watching Fate Zero over again with a friend, and I already noticed things that the first time I watched, they had like they made no sense to me, and now that I'm watching again, I understand like it even more. And I mean, that's probably a common thing. Especially in this type of animes where there's like a lot of content. It's really hard to get everything from the start unless you already played the visual novel. So that's the big thing I want to ask you guys. To avoid telling me things that are in the visual novel, I don't want to know about them right now, because I want to see like the anime adaptation only. I want to like see what they want to show us in the anime adaptation only. And I will also probably play that visual novel after I finish this Fate like series. And I mean, after that, you guys are free to like post anything that, like, all of the information you guys see fit, as long as it doesn't spoil like what's going to happen in Evansville movies and like all of that. But yeah, in the end, I just hope you guys understand. I'm not trying to like tell you to stop commenting or anything like that. I just ask you guys to avoid certain comments and just be careful like with the details you give me, because even if you think it's not a spoiler for you, it's different for people who are making reactions, and I just ask you guys to understand that. Anyway, as I was saying before this, we just saw uh, that Rin was like fighting Caster apparently. Still need to figure out who Caster's master is and how Caster looks like as well. I mean, I already mentioned that I noticed that girl in the opening with the purple hair, and I mean, I won't deny it. I fell in love with her design. She looks really cool. And I'm not sure if she's caster. I kind of doubt it, but she could be. Like, who knows? And I mean, last episode was more of an informational episode. I was also really glad that Saber was explaining that to Shirou because I mean, she was explaining that to Shirou, but she was also kind of reminding me of how servants and noble phantasms work. And it's good to remember again that they, like, when a servant uses his noble phantasm, they have to say its name. And that's actually something that I kind of forgot. And you guys probably remember me asking when Saber just pierces Berserker and split him in half almost. I was wondering if she used her Noble Phantasm there because of like the effect. It was kind of yellowish. And now it explains she didn't use it because she didn't even say the name. So that's the kind of thing that I really like realizing by myself. It's part of the fun of like watching this stuff. It's being able to realize things even if it takes some episodes. Like I mean, if something happens in an episode, I don't need to know everything about what happened in that moment because with time and with more episodes, you probably end up like understanding it eventually. So that's part of the fun of all of this. And yeah, last episode was basically that. They are now living all together apparently. Sakura is like she's not his sister, but like a really close friend, let's say that. And yes, Saber and Shiro. And it really felt like the other two just joined to make sure they don't do like anything crazy, Shiro and Saber. So that was really interesting. Also, I really want to like I already know Kiritsugu is dead, and kind of unfortunately because I wanted to discover that by myself. And I'm pretty sure they'll give a lot of hints in this anime that will make it obvious that he's dead. And that's one of the things that I am more sad about because that was a pretty big spoiler to me. Like I know it's not a big deal to many people, but to me it was kind of disappointing to know that because it's not exactly explicit in Fate Zero. It might be in the visual novel, but as I said, I didn't read the visual novel, so I only know what the anime is showing me. So I'm really curious to still see more information about Kiritsugu, and I don't know. I don't know if Saber already knows that he's dead, but that's something to like learn with the episodes. Anyway, I've been talking a lot at the start of this video, so sorry for that. Anyway, I hope you guys are ready, and let's start with episode 5. I was just talking about Kiritsugu. Oh no. This is almost as... That scene was almost like the Fate Zero ending. And I mean, the only thing he said is I can rest easy now. So even then, it's hard to know that he's dead. And I mean, I don't see many people who would like fully know that he's dead just by watching that. I mean, with the visual novel, it's probably easier. But with that sentence, I can rest easy now. It doesn't imply that he's dead. Just that is kinda leaving it to Shirou and like retiring and starting maybe a new life. Like who knows? That's what I understood from that scene. That he was like retiring and starting it over, maybe in that house, being a teacher. Who knows? But well, now we know. So there's no going back. We have a samurai. Wonder which class he is. I really wonder who you are. Really hope we meet some new characters as well. Hmm. Oh, what did they talk about? Oh, that face. Oh, well, hopefully he doesn't need to use since he only has two. Wait, what's that face? Happened? Oh, is it because of what he said before? Or it shouldn't be. Um, the teacher. He's really suspicious though. Look at that look. Ooh, who's missing? Oh, is it Fujimura or her name? Yeah, it's one of his friends. Hmm. Oh, probably like his sister, Mitsuzuri. Oh, that's the other girl, okay. Hmm. I already knew there was something suspicious about Shinji. This is probably a master. Still need to confirm that. Um, what is Rin up to? That's kind of true. Uh, Probably not. Everyone left because of that announcement. Hmm. Damn. Yeah, I mean, her magic is strong enough. Hmm. What made her change her mind like this? We should. Whoa. Okay, she's really going at it. Kinda wondering if she's doing this. She's actually eating him, but wonder if she's doing this because to like teach him a lesson, like to train him, to show him that he's in a war and he should be aware of that. There she goes. It's like she's kind of missing. I don't know. I don't think she's really targeting him. Oh, there goes the door. Or what? Oh, oh, nice. It's breaking though. Holy shit. So much for trying not to hurt him. Oh shit, what's that? Gonna explode? What did that do? Oh, it's Shinji, I'm pretty sure. Oh shit! Is that her? I saw purple hair. If that's his servant. Hmm. Oh, it's the other girl. I don't know exactly what she's trying to do, but I don't think she wants like to kill him. Drain dry? Oh, it's Kasser. Holy shit. Whoa. The fuck, man? That was. Oh, is that the? What is that? Those were chains. We got it like. Oh. Man, I have a feeling it's the girl I was talking about. She had chains as well. Who's that? Is that Shinji? My god. I really hope she's not his servant. There she is. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Oh shit, here we go. I really wanted to see her. Is she caster? Oh man. That lie though. Ooh. Man, I like her. Oh shit, but what can you do? Like, she must be really strong. Hmm. I mean, she's a servant. She must be powerful. Because of the chain. Oh, it's like invisible. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Saber has to show up. Or someone. Maybe. Oh. Oh, it's really nice. Holy shit. Oh, she's going to be a thumbnail. I don't care. Hmm. So she should be Caster. Yeah, we still don't know her name. That sucks. I'm glad I saw her. He? So it's Shinji is a is master. That's kind of disappointing. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, he's going there. There should be more than one since Sakura is one. Really? Damn. Hmm. I mean, she attacked first, but sure. It's not like he wanted to attack her. Hmm. Maybe to protect him. Too much information. Yeah. Hmm. But he got trained by a mage. Uh, that's why. Oh. Yeah. So, I really hate when they end. So, this episode was, oh my god. I got to see the girl I was hoping for, like, for so long. I always saw her in the opening and I was like, who is this girl? Because I really like how she looks. And still don't know anything about her. I I think she's caster, or at least she should be. She seems to be the one doing all of those, like, life sucking, I guess. Not life sucking, but yeah. She's like stealing life force from the students. And we still don't know who her master is, but she just appeared. I think it was right next to Shinji. At least like the clothing was similar to his. I'm not sure though. It might be someone else, but I mean they were talking about Shinji a lot this episode, so it should be him. It should be kind of disappointing to me. I wasn't expecting him to actually own that girl. Also, I don't believe Rin was attacking him like to kill him. I'm pretty sure she was like trying to give him a feel that he's not like safe anywhere in that war, and he needs to like be more careful about himself because you see that this war started and he has Saber, but is still not fully aware of what's going on. Like the other monsters are probably already making their move, and they won't be as kind as he is. And I really like what Rin is doing here, and you can see that she. I'm not saying she feels some affection for Shirou, like she doesn't love him, but you can see that she sees something on him, and maybe because he's like not really aware of what's going on, or he's not really taking that seriously, and she's like getting like mad because of that, because he's like risking his life and he's not aware of that. Like he's just going to school normally and doing his life like nothing is like going on, when he should be aware that he is in the middle of a fight now, and like in the middle of a war. So he should really like be more careful about what he does. And if Rin can just be alone with him and like able to attack him, just imagine like if someone else does that, like someone who's not that like I don't know how to explain it. Like someone who's not as kind as Rin and who will really fight to kill him. So that would be really bad for him. Also, where it's so that he can handle himself. I mean, he might not be like a skilled mage yet because of the reasons they told. Apparently, his father didn't leave the crest, like to pass like the magic to Shirou or something like that, just like what Tokiomi did with Rin. So that's why he's not that skilled, because he doesn't know much about all of these mage things. And like Rin said, his father was acting like a father and not, and that was more of like an indirect quote to her own father, because that really made me feel like Rin's father never acted like a father towards Rin. he was probably always only caring about her learning all of these magic things, and that really made me feel like she never really had this father figure. And I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but that's like the idea I got out of it. Anyway, this was a really good episode, and we got to learn a lot of things. And one of the big points for me was, of course, meeting that servant that I was so like anxious to know about. But unfortunately, they didn't like give any details about her. So we only know that she's probably the one like creating that field around the school and behind all of those like comas and like stealing the life force of people. And she apparently gets power with that. So I still need to know exactly how she works, but I'm really glad I at least got to see some of her and a bit of her animation and a bit of a fight with her. That was pretty cool. And we already know one of her powers. She has those like invisible chains. So that's pretty powerful. Like Shirou didn't realize about that until she used it. So that he was just calling her like a weak servant, and yeah, that's probably not a good idea to say that, because if they are a servant, they're probably strong in some way, and just need to figure out what's like her strong like attributes, like what she can do and what's her noble phantasm and all of that, and also her name, because I'm also curious about that, and her master. So I hope they. I don't know if that's going to be like the thing that's going to happen in the next episodes. Maybe she will appear more in the next episode. Like who knows? But yeah, I was totally not expecting to see her in this episode. I was expecting to see Caster, but I was expecting Caster to be another one. There's like in the opening we see most servants, and I was expecting it to be uh, another girl that appears there. But from what they showed, apparently that's Caster. So I don't mind at all. Just really want to learn more about her. And yeah, it sucks that it's weekend now, so I won't be uploading or watching in the next 2 days. But on Monday, I will resume this, and I can't wait to find out like more about what's going to happen, because so far it's really good, and all the episodes except for the last one maybe, all of them are packed with so much action and so many details that I'm really enjoying like to learn. So yeah, that's about it. And I just want to say that I really enjoyed this episode for the reasons I said, and I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to it as well. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys on Monday on my next video. So, see ya!